Hey, my wonderful divine feminine Cancer placements. Christina here, Ginger Mama, coming at you with your month of November extended Tarotscope. I apologize, this is uploading late, but we still have a lot of time left in the month, so we will get into the astrology of what has already occurred and move into then the astrology of what will be occurring. I feel like I have this itch. It's like, it's interesting because I was channeling for you, and this is kind of freaky that this card comes out as I say this. I swear to God. It never gets old. Okay. I was channeling for you someone, it was like they were moving way too fast and it was like a big car accident. And then we have the 10 of swords and the Knight of Wands. Like you are moving way too fast. And maybe some of you, this is like sexual energy or like a passionate, like, no, I'm going to have this new beginning. This person's back, like this person or a new person or whatever it is. Like you are like, really thinking whether this is in person or energetically, like this is it. And I feel like you're actually being like energetically drained from this, or you're about to be, and you're not realizing that yet. And so it's this feeling of like slow down, like that cardinal energy within Cancer placements. I get it, guys. I have an Aries sun, which is cardinal energy. I have a Capricorn stellium, which is cardinal energy. You can go too fast and get to a place where you're like, oh shoot, it all just blew up in my face. And that's kind of the energy I feel right now. The universe is trying to warn you, like, slow it down. Okay, so pay attention, especially if any of this resonates for the first part of the month. On the 5th of November, we had Venus entering Scorpio. Venus is the planet of love. Scorpio energy is all about diving headfirst, which we love, right? Like, we want to jump in, but at the same time, it's this feeling of like you're diving headfirst into trying to figure out this new like connection of some kind. Yeah, Knight of Cups here. Like you're like, I'm ready to make the emotional offer. I love them. I want to be all in. But there's this feeling of stall out. The 6 of Cups reversed. You or this other person, there might be hesitation because of children being involved, or past childhood wounds that have not been dealt with, past shadow wounds. Also like a hopeless energy of every time you try to dive deeper with this person, you're feeling blocked. You're like, I'm not getting what it is I want. And so pay attention to that energy that you feel in that. We have Uranus still retrograde in Taurus from August 23rd to January 22nd. Okay, everybody? So finances especially, or work, might be really stalled out right now. And that could be because you're moving too fast, worrying about love, and not moving quick enough, worrying about your finances or your spiritual awakening journey, right? Look at this. We have the 9 of Pentacles reversed and the 3 of Cups. You're out there partying, out there hanging out with lots of people, and maybe this isn't even a romantic partner, guys, but I'm telling you right now, there's an energy of you're doing too much and you're about to like burn out, okay? The 9 of Pentacles reversed. Now, if you've started new financial endeavors and you feel drained, like they're not working yet, maybe there's some collaboration there, team up with the 3 of Cups upright, and there is cause for celebration by the end of the month. But just make sure that you're not moving too quickly, right? Like it's that balance of really understanding if you're in flow state. If you know you're in really good flow right now and you're just drained, it's like take a little pause and then keep going, okay? But if it's just like, it feels like these mixed energies right now of like a feminine that really has harnessed their energy, gone inward, they're starting a new endeavor, they're feeling stalled out because of the astrology, right? And all of this. But then it could also be this feminine energy of like, I don't know, like you're so focused on love, like whether this is just in your thoughts and your dreams or in person, that it's kind of draining you energetically. And that seems kind of difficult for you. So that energy too at the beginning of the month asked us to reflect on like, what does love and partnership and money look like? What is equal give and take, right? Like when we look at communication, sexual energy, time, all of it, it's all that balance, duality. So maybe tap in with that if you haven't already. On the 8th, we had Mercury into Scorpio. Again, that like direct communication of like, it's direct, but it's more like, I want to know more about you. Let's go deeper, you know? Scorpio also rules genitalia. So maybe some of you Cancers really like kind of focused on that energy of like, what do I want a sexual experience to be? What do I want my sexual partnership to be? Like this feels like a lot of like, you are like all in. You're like, no, I see it. Like I want the money with them, the life with them. I want the sex with them. And you're manifesting this and that's great. But the universe is kind of like, are you slowing down to ask if you've created this for and within yourself before embodying that, right? And that's always a really hard thing to do, myself included, okay? We all have to go inward and stabilize that on our own before then calling that in towards us. The full moon and lunar eclipse we had in Taurus is part of a 3-part series, okay? This first one was on November 19th, 2020. So you might ask yourself, where were you then? It's interesting as I say that. Well, hold on. We'll wait on the cards for just a second. The next one was just on the 8th here, 2022. And this will culminate on October 28th, 2023. This energy is designed to make you stronger. It's asking, have you made progress since November 19th, 2020? When we hit that first one in 2020, that was coming off of the pandemic energy. A lot of people ending connections, a lot of people reevaluating connections, reevaluating their career, what they really want out of life. There was a lot of this energy. And so it skipped last year, and here we are again, smack dab kind of in the middle, right? And so this next year, who you will be by next year will be amazing. And many of you by next year are going to have some amazing love, okay? Ace of Cups here, massive romance, like everything you wanted. But you've got to get out of your head. You've got to stop overthinking it. You've got to stop being anxious about it, and you've got to stop chasing it. You've got to stop being like, I need this now, and I need this now, and this is going to work now, and if that doesn't work, it's the next. No. No, 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 no. Judgment upright. You're in good karma, okay? And you're not being critical of others, and you're doing the work. And I love this for you. But it's like this feeling of 5 of Pentacles reversed. There's a bit of like, 5 of Pentacles reversed is a reminder, A, don't be in a scarcity mindset. It's going to work for you, okay? Don't doubt that. But when I see this card, it's also a card about someone who is spiritually kind of bankrupt or lacking spiritual guidance. So you might be having difficulty getting into a really good flow state. In the King of Pentacles reversed, that could be because you're allowing a stubborn masculine energy to kind of interfere with your energetic body right now, right? It's interfering with your ability to really channel in the right way, or tap in with source in the right way. And so don't allow those darker energies you've been tied to, whether these were karmics or whatever, or even if they are soulmates or twin flames, like to mess with your energy right now. You push it back, you clear it out. Like this feeling of like, you're trying to move quickly, but you're not slowing down enough to really clear out the channels here, right? We have the 7 of Cups here upright. This can be about multiple options. It can also be about the chakras unlocking. Oh, as I cough, like maybe some of you need to speak a truth. If you have a masculine you're still entertaining in your field that you know is not committing to you or being honest or truthful with you, you need to set the boundary. You need to speak the truth and be like, this connection's not working for me. I really want to be in a connection with you. If they can't openly date you or like call you their girlfriend or whatever, like ask yourself why you're with them, really, especially as we're closing out the month here. I know that's a bit of an earthquake. You're like, wait, what? But really, if they're not planning for the future, if they're not committing, why are you dating them? Why are you with them? Like really ask yourself this, okay? Eclipses that we just had both reveal and conceal, right? So you might have had some clarity, but you still feel like something's being hidden from you. And that kind of energy, it's like, no, we don't want that. If someone's hiding something from us, that's our cue to go. They're not being authentic, honest, and true. Feminine energy always craves that safety, security, protection, right? And we're not feeling that way if things are not being honest and true. And so pay attention. Also, I know we have Thanksgiving at the end of the month, but the astrology lines up earlier in the month of this idea of gratitude. You know, maybe a connection's not working right now or your finances are a little stalled, but what can you be thankful for right now? What is working for you? And can you be appreciative and grateful for that? And what you're nurturing and creating, friends, family, lovers, are they nurturing you back, right? So some of you have had people nurturing you without realizing it. You need to give back to those connections and nurture those further, okay? I love that for you, Cancers. I feel like if you do that deep release work of any energy that you know is not for you, whether that be in person or energetically, you're going to be feeling much better by the time we hit Sagittarius season on the 22nd. Sagittarius season, okay? Fire sign energy. It's that fire sign energy. Fire is our spirit, right? Like our soul. Earth is our body. Wind is our breath. Water is our blood. Circulatory system of the planet. You know, however you want to look at it. But that fire energy. And if you can light that fire under you, you have your 10 of Pentacles. But some of you, it's like you're kind of in your head because you're like, no. It's like you feel like maybe you tried something in the past that you thought was going to be really successful financially, and it didn't work out for you. And so you're trying to plan to the future, but you're like, why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? And you're upset. And that's because maybe you're not setting clear boundaries. 10:01 on my clock. It's like you're not getting really clear with source. Are you all in or are you not? Right? Like, are you choosing yourself first and then choosing flow state with source in order to serve the collective? Okay? And don't let these energetic attacks stall out your finances, right? I feel like you need to keep boundaries here. If you have a vision, Divine Feminine, go for it. Now is your time. I hear the helicopters outside. You are divinely protected in this, okay? I just feel like coin is where you should be focused right now. If you are feeling called to something, stop doubting if you're worthy of it. Stop, stop, stop. What are you doing? The star upright. You are totally worthy, okay? You are ready for this. You are the star of the show. But many of you are doubting that, or you feel like others are and not you, or this weird energy of worthiness. Like, you're worthy of abundance. You're worthy of success, of notoriety. Look at that. Look at that. The Ace of Pentacles here. I always say source confirming, hand of God. We have two of the highest financial cards. The 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever you're working on, keep going. Get into that masculine energy of like, no, I'm focused on my coin. I'm focused on this. Because you're never going to call in a conscious connection if you're not already embodying that, right? You want someone that's financially secure. Well, then you need to be financially secure on your own too. You need to be in a career that you're passionate about, you're creative, it's in flow state with source, all of it. But I feel like this ooey gooey energy of you coming in at the end of the month where like you're going to be like giddy, like I did it, I let go of those things and I'm feeling good. And I feel like you'll be feeling like that by the 23rd and then into Thanksgiving with that new moon and Sag energy if you did the work. Now, I always preface this by saying if you did not, new moons can hit you harder. And if you're feeling energetically contorted or like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Why do I feel weaker and weaker or anxious? Ask yourself, is there something I did not let go of earlier in the month? Person, place, or thing. Whether this just be energetically or in person, okay, everybody? Because I'm telling you right now, I feel like you have good stuff going on, especially with finances. Look at this. I'm telling you right now, your small ideas are going to grow big time. But the Four of Swords reversed, you've got to be done with this past way of thinking. And you definitely better not be sleeping around right now, okay? Like, just harness that sacral and root chakra energy to be able to like bring forth the life of these new projects, right? And trust that source is going to send you that divine connection, that great lover, the whole thing, right? When it's ready for you. But I feel like you need to surrender control here. Even though it's small right now with finances and you might be in like a tower moment, like, are you sure? I know this is what I want to do. I know that's where I'm being guided, but like, oh no, everybody in my life is telling me that's not going to work. All the masculine energy around me is like, nope, that's not the right job. You better do this. You better do that. Stop listening to them. Stop listening to them. For some of you too, I feel like this feeling of like you might actually, something about criminal justice or something like that. You might think like maybe going back to school or like some of you law school or something like that might be significant. And this feeling of like maybe like the police academy, I don't know, something like that. And people might be telling you like this is too expensive. And I feel like if you know this is meant for you, go for it. Go for it. Stop letting other people dictate this. Yeah, like stop. And I feel like some of you, it's like this idea, you've got to forgive and forget the past and how you view money. You've got to do that this month, okay? Because you're not going to be left behind. I don't know why you have this mindset that you're going to be left behind in love or finances or whatever. I get it. We all do at times. But it's like this feels really embedded in you. So really do the work to dig this up. No, there's plenty of love. There's plenty of career opportunities. There's plenty of financial abundance for all of us, as long as we're operating from an authentic flow state, heart space center, okay? The 29th, as we close out the month, we have Mercury in Sagittarius opposite Mars in Gemini, sextile Saturn in Aquarius. So be on the lookout. This could be really beautiful energy of like a masculine, like communicating with you, something where it's more of like this slow burn. But this energy can also be very Jekyll and Hyde, or like you're not quite sure. Like, is this aggressive sexual energy or communication, or is this like gentle and kind of feeling? Gemini, when it's in its healed state, taps in very highly with the divine, but also anchors into the 3D. They're very emotionally open, but also very like able to ground and provide and be protective. Do you know what I'm saying? And so really tap in with that energy, because I feel like there's a feeling where this kind of communication at the end of the month could be really great, or it could be the polar opposite. It could blow up in your face. So pay attention to that. Yeah, the world reversed. Like, are you just repeating another cycle with this person where you're just like, okay, well, we'll talk about this again. It's like, I feel like many of you, I just think you're over it. Don't take an action, okay? The sun reversed. Like, it's like, you're like, I don't want to go into another dark place. I don't think I trust you. And that's that energy of the end of the month. Any communication coming in, it's like, do I trust it? And also pay attention to those like weird reach outs that are just like, the Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, cool, you sent a text that said Happy Thanksgiving. Like, so did my brother. Do you know what I mean? But like, if you're a lover, it's like, are they treating you like a lover? Like, what are they really doing? Like, not confirming. Like, it's just strange. You know what I mean? I feel like there's no emotional vulnerability here. And so source is like, stop nurturing that connection. Just stop. It's going to keep draining you. So yeah, pay attention to that. Let's pull a few moon oracle cards and see if anything comes out there for you, Geminis. But I like this. I like this. Feel free to watch your moon and rising as well, or if you have a counterpart, maybe check out theirs and see what's up with them. A lot going on in the cosmos. A lot going on. A personal issue reaches resolution, but it's reversed. I feel like there's something here. It's just like, you want it resolved. It could be in love or something, and you're just like, why am I not getting clarity? Well, look, if you're not getting clarity, that is the clarity you need. Because what? Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. And with that Mars and Gemini energy at the end of the month, it's like, if this person will not clearly communicate with you and identify and solidify the connection, then you need to ask yourself what you're waiting for. Why are you there? Clearly, they don't love you enough or see you in that way to be able to commit to you right now. So you're wasting time thinking that they'll change, right? It's up to you. But like, hey, if they're going to commit and communicate, throat chakra, look, a new start is coming. You're good to go. Way to go. Own it, okay? So I love all of you. I will see you back next month. My website is gingermama.com with the 3 A's. If you'd like to book a personal, you can book it there with me. And I have free content on Instagram and TikTok. I'll see you back next month. Bye.